Scammers on Wholesome games suck. You and I both know the feeling of being hopeful you're gonna get something, only to have your hard-earned items gone with nothing to show for it. Scammers are part of life, they always suck, and there's a lot of them in games. However, it sucks even more when it's a wholesome game. Why is this? We'll dive into that in the video, and I'll share my rant at the end. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Pinku, and today we're going to be diving into Animal Crossing and Webkinz, which are great examples of comforting games with amazing communities. However, there's still scammers in them that lurk beneath the surface. Animal Crossing. Ah, yes. I remember at the peak of the virus, everyone and their mother were on this game. It was something comforting during the hard times of staying inside, and an escape from the real-world stuff. But, oh no, guess we didn't escape from the scammers. So many people made videos warning players about scammers. In order to trade in Animal Crossing, there's a lot of trust since there's not an official safe trading system. You have to visit the other trader's island and drop your trade items on the ground, and they would do the same. Scammers would steal bells, Nook Mile tickets, and more. Bells are the in-game currency, and Nook Mile tickets allow players to go on a mystery tour to gain materials and other rewards. They would promise items or villagers in exchange, but once you dropped your items, they would kick you out. Scammers' bait was usually popular items or villagers. However, there was one particular cat that everyone was fawning over during the virus, me included. Everyone wanted him on their island and went to great lengths to get him. There were even people that sold ingredients for Raymond. He would also sell for real money on eBay, although I'm not sure how valid some of these insane listings are. And for an apartment? Nah. Pixelated cat? Yeah, good investment. Scammers saw the golden opportunity to get some of those sweet Nook Mile tickets and ran with it. If you wanted Raymond, you either had to pray you were lucky enough for him to appear, or trade with someone to get him. Trading is, well, where scammers scammed. Popular trading site was Nookazon, where you could organize trades with sellers. Trading for a villager was different from trading for items though. To trade for a villager, you had to verify that the villager was indeed planning on moving out, and the other player wasn't just gonna keep them. It was even harder to trade for Raymond specifically, since he was worth more Nook Mile tickets than you could carry at a time, which left more room for scamming. For example, you could drop all the tickets in your inventory and go back to your island to get more, just to have them stolen. Many were scammed trying to get this dapper cat man to live on their islands, since they trusted the scammers. They didn't apply any anti-scam techniques because the scammers either gained their trust or made them feel like bad people for wanting to use precautions. The same thing, like I mentioned before, happened for other items too. Another common scam is the seller dropping an item that looks similar to the one that you want, taking your items and running. It's a great community and a cozy game, so it's unfortunate to see people taking advantage of the nice players. Webkinz is the second game on the list with a welcoming community and relaxing gameplay, but it too had annoying scammers. If you're a Gen Z kid, or even a millennial, you probably remember Webkinz. There actually is still a fun and thriving community today, full of amazing, kind people. Besides the UI changes, the game is mostly the same from when a lot of you played it. Players are still taking care of their pets from long ago, dressing them up, and playing fun games with them. Returning players who don't have access to their previous accounts are even making new ones to play for nostalgia. The game, like Animal Crossing, is a wholesome escape from the worries in the real world. The subreddit is a very positive place where people share their rooms/pets, help each other, laugh together, and are very kind to one another. They purchase pet codes from one another to have new pets to play with, and trade for their dream items. The trade scene in the subreddit is very active. Because the game is mostly populated with teens to adults who grew up with the game, a lot of them have rare and unique old items. Normally, the community is pretty trustworthy when it comes to trading and selling items and pet codes. There are a lot of reputable traders and sellers you can find on the subreddit. Unfortunately, there are bad actors who prey on kind people who assume that everyone in the community is as nice as the cool subreddit people. This is where the scammers come in. Like I mentioned, players want items and pets. There are common and rare sought-after pets. The Love Puppy and Signature Timberwolf are examples of pets that aren't rare but are highly wanted. The Cheeky Cat, however, is very rare and many people want it. This is because it was one of the first retired pets and it's hard to find a code by itself. The plush itself goes for around $150 to $300, and with code, it can cost around $400. Here's where one scammer saw an opportunity and swindled dozens of players on the subreddit. If I had a nickel for every time a sought-after pixelated cat was the reason many players were scammed, it would be 2. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Mussycat is the villain of our story who nobody, not even the mods, saw coming. So how did they do it? Mussy built up a good trading reputation in the community, always following through with trades. According to subreddit member Bill Bailey1234, the scammer took many months making themselves appear trustworthy. So when they said they had a cheeky cat code and wanted in-game items instead of cold hard cash, players were chomping at the bit for the chance to own it. Unfortunately, this led to disaster. Post is deleted, but one subreddit member, JGJ, can recall the gist of what was said in it. Mussy tried to look as credible as possible in their very sus post. They emphasized that they were trading, not selling the code, which isn't against the subreddit's rules. They asked for very rare and sought-after items for the code. Because Mussy was deemed a trustworthy trader in the community, people didn't question if this was a valid trade or not. They just wanted their rare orange pixelated cat. Multiple people reached out to trade with Mussy, who tricked them into believing they were the only one being considered for the trade. Most of the people who messaged them were scammed of their hard-earned rare items. Some even spent 17 years holding onto and trading rare items for an opportunity like this. The scammer was quick to cover their tracks by deleting their Webkinz and Reddit accounts. They most likely funneled the items onto other accounts. So now that you know these 2 stories, let's get into the rant. Okay, seriously? Why are people scamming in these types of games? I get that people want to get those items quicker, but what's the point? Why do they put so much effort into scamming virtual items? If it's for the money, at that point, get a job, kiss a girl. They should do something more respectful and useful with their time. Like, seriously, there are just infinitely better things to be doing, and you know, I guess if it's for entertainment, then they should definitely get a better pastime. At the end of the day, imagine someone knew that you spent that much time and effort scamming items on a wholesome game. If that doesn't make you feel ashamed, then honestly, you're kind of a loser. These items at the end of the day are pixelated. If that's the excuse for scamming, then they're kind of silly for spending that much effort scamming things that won't even affect their real life. If you genuinely enjoy playing and have fun working for your items ethically, then I'm not talking about you. I think you're cool because you're just having fun and you're not hurting anybody. People have the right to enjoy these items if they've earned them through moral means, even if they are digital. For the scammers though, their reasons are usually dumb for wanting to scam, and they could be doing much better things with their time. Both games do require trust since it's the honor system. Normally, it's fine since most of these communities are wonderful people who just want to play their cute animal games. I feel it's a certain kind of twisted to want to try to take advantage of that. I know that telling scammers how it impacts their victims won't do anything, since frankly, they just don't care. I just hope that karma does its thing. However, mean people on the internet shouldn't stop you from enjoying the game or your time in the community. It's completely fine to make friends and be part of it. It's just that you have to be cautious when trading, even if said community is nice. When the communities of the game are incredibly kind and the games are comforting, sometimes you let your guard down thinking that everyone is like that. Also, if you really want something, you go to great lengths to get it, and lose sight of who might be wanting to take advantage of your desperation. Remember, it's okay to want to take precautions when trading, especially if there's no formal trading system for the thing that you want. That is not being a bad person, it's just being safe. If you gotta trade on Animal Crossing, remember to keep your trade control. Always get proof that the villager is gonna be there and that they're ready to move out. If you're trading for a villager, drop half the tickets, recruit the villager, then drop the other half. If you have to do a big trade that fills up your inventory, bring a friend so you don't have to go back to your island. For Webkinz, always remember to get proof that the seller owns the pet even if the seller looks super trustworthy. Also, the mods in the subreddit are great for being so proactive about scammers. Let them know if anything seems fishy, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Oh, I also wanted to share that all the people that were scammed by Mussy got their items back from kind community members. My faith in humanity is restored. As always, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!